Thank you, Mr. President. To the bill. Mr. President, we should not swipe a credit card to make payroll. And that's what this bill seeks to do. I find this bill to be very, very sad. Sad not because of what we're trying to do for higher education, but sad for the next 20 years. My son will be paying for such things in my district as sealing cracks in the wall of a carpenter shop. The job is lit for $1,000. Has a completion date that takes 30 days. The problem with that particular thing, that particular job, that particular deferred maintenance is that no contractor, handyman, guy with one truck doing the job himself in my district can get that job. He's not prepared to go through the paperwork of Davis-Bacon laws so that he can get the job for $1,000 that'll take 30 days to fix a hole in the wall that we're bonding our children for the next 20 years for. He can't get that job. But this is being called an economic stimulus package. It's an economic stimulus package if your shop is big enough to handle the government paperwork to do the job. On Soda Mountain, you'll get the microwave tower. The building needs to have the roof fixed. In Notai, there's a station way station that needs new rain gutters. $131,000 for new carpet. That new carpet in my district for $131,000, by the time we pay this bond off, will be out of fashion and worn out again. Here's what's not happening in this bill, Mr. President. We're not fixing transportation or roads. We're not fixing rural schools, fish passage, libraries in my district that are being shut down, ONC counties that are losing their sheriff patrol. We're not bonding for that. We're bonding for rain gutters. Rain gutters. I have a small school district. It's the Rogue River School District. And we used to have a principal there named Principal Orr. He's since retired, which I don't blame him. It was a school district that every year tried to do the right thing, and this body every year would pass the K-12 budget last and just left these poor school districts guessing and guessing. Well, that school needed to be painted. And you know what he did on his own because he loved the school? He paid for the paint himself, took his 2-week leave, and painted the Rogue River High School himself. You know what? There's no help here for Rogue River High School in this bill. There's no way that a handyman or a contractor or a small business in my district can get the economic stimulus that this does promise us. The problem with it is deferred maintenance. And if it were a priority, they would have already done it, they being the government. This isn't even a priority for the state agencies that we're trying to fix. In fact, in one of the earlier drafts of the governor's budget, he was going to add 1,900 new jobs, 1,900 brand new positions in state government, and didn't do anything for this list. Apparently, one of his earlier drafts had the money, and now, apparently, the draft no longer has the jobs, and we need to build rain gutters. Here's the part about it, though, Mr. President, why I am going to have to vote no. I'll be real honest. There's a big old list here, and yes, it's true that one side of the aisle, even after our big love-in, we didn't have any input on it, and that's fine. I understand. I understand standing in front of trains and loaded guns all too well. But the problem with this particular bill is that if one of these projects, just one on this big list, turns out to be a farce, turns out to be a waste, turns out to cost 5 times more than it would in the real world, turns out to be a complete disaster, this body looks like it just built the bridge to nowhere. That is the problem. Protecting the integrity of the Oregon State Senate to do the correct thing at the correct time with discretion is why we should be voting no on this bill and holding it back. We should make sure that we're not bonding for rain gutters and carpet. We should be bonding for things that last. When one of these things When the brand new rain gutters in Notai get shut down, this will be the bridge to nowhere.